In the mid-20th century, the U.S. gained economic control over Guatemala and began to dictate financial policies to ensure order and stability. Therefore, companies such as the United Fruit Company would maintain access to unlimited resources in trade markets.
Under his dictatorship, Jorge Ubico initiated an alliance between the U.S. and Guatemala, developing the reduction of taxes for trade but forced intensive labor upon his own people. Guatemalan trade relied heavily upon the U.S., where the United Fruit Company established control of over 42% of land in Guatemala. Ubico was in control of the nation for 13 years, but the people of Guatemala staged a revolution, forcing him to resign.
After the overthrow of Ubico in 1944, Juan José Arevalo was elected into presidency. New laws and regulations were implemented, which included increased educational funding, laws against discrimination, minimum wage and safety standard laws, and banning private monopolies. Following Arevalo's term as president, Jacobo Arbenz was a hero to Arevalo followers when he left the military to become president in 1951. Arbenz continued to emphasize reform by redistributing income and granting land to peasants. Taxes were put into use for the first time on U.S. corporations, and monopolies in Guatemala were beginning to break. In an effort to become economically independent, the Guatemalan government didn't comply with the U.S. when they demanded compensation for the land that was taken and redistributed among the landless peasants.
While Eisenhower was in presidency, the U.S. became fearful that Guatemala would become a communist country. In an effort to avoid this, Eisenhower, along with the CIA, created the covert operation coded PB Success in order to overthrow Jacobo Arbenz.
After Carlos Castillo Armas led the CIA in successfully overthrowing Jacobo Arbenz, Armas was quick to take control over the Guatemalan government. Reversing the previous social reforms made by the liberal presidents before him, the Guatemalan Coup of 1954 reinforced U.S.-backed dictatorship rather than a democracy throughout Guatemala.
More than half a century later, the U.S. President Clinton apologized for their part in the Guatemala coup due to the lack of human rights.